Stop paying crazy monthly subscriptions for AI video generators. What if I told you that you could create full-length, high-quality AI movies with completely consistent characters and do it all for absolutely $0? Right now, the biggest struggle for creators isn't just generating video, it's keeping a character looking the exact same from scene to scene and getting more than 3 seconds of footage before running out of credits. But today, I'm going to show you a powerful little-known workflow using Grok and a few hidden free tools that completely changes the game. And here's the part no one talks about. We're not just generating scenes one by one, we're automating the entire process. That means batch generating images, batch animating scenes, auto-downloading clips, and turning dozens of prompts into a complete long-form cinematic story almost on autopilot. By the end of this step-by-step tutorial, you'll know exactly how to create unlimited long-form AI videos with consistent characters, cinematic camera motion, full voiceover, and smooth editing without spending a single penny. If you're ready to stop wasting credits and start building real AI films at scale, let's dive right in. Welcome. The first thing we're going to do is generate our story. I'll be using a tool called Arena.ai, formerly known as LM Arena. Once you're on the website, simply log in and make sure you've toggled on Direct Mode. This feature allows you to use almost all the popular AI tools for free, including Gemini Pro, Claude, Grok AI, ChatGPT, and many others. That's why I've chosen to use this platform. I have also prepared all the prompts I'll be using in this video, and I will leave a link to them in the description or the pinned comment. I have prompts for generating the storyboard, the individual scenes, and vivid character descriptions to ensure consistency throughout the video. We also have prompts for voiceover generation and even camera motion to direct the camera movements. So, the first step is to get my story. I will go ahead and copy my story prompt. Next, I'll select the AI model I'd like to use. In this case, I'll choose Gemini Pro, which is right here, and click Send. The script has finished generating, as you can see, and this is what we'll use later for our voiceover. Now I'll copy the scene generation prompt so it can break the story down into individual scenes. I'll paste that in here. Since I requested a 2-minute story, I've also asked the AI to generate a sequence of 20 visual descriptions. This is because Grok AI generates 6-second videos per prompt, so 20 scenes will perfectly cover the 2-minute duration. I'll go ahead and hit Send. All right, the scenes have been successfully generated, as you can see. We will use these visual descriptions to generate our images, which we will later animate using Grok AI. Next, I need to generate consistent character designs. I'll go back to my prompts document, copy the character design prompt, and paste it back into Arena.ai. This will generate detailed text-to-image prompts for our main characters, ensuring consistency in our video. I'll hit Send. Our text-to-image prompts for the main characters are now ready. As you can see, we have the prompt for the human character, a young girl named Ilara, and another for Pip, the sparrow. Excellent. Now, we need to install a specific extension in our Chrome browser. Head over to Google and search for the Chrome Web Store. Click on the first search result. Once inside the store, search for Whisk. It's this particular one right here. Go ahead and add this extension to your browser. Next, search for Google Whisk and open the first search result. You'll need to log in and enter the tool. I'll do just that. All right. Now we are going to generate our AI character reference images, which we'll use as a base for all our scenes. I'll go back to Arena.ai and copy the first text-to-image prompt, which is for the young girl. I'll paste it into Google Whisk and hit Send. Then I'll repeat the process and copy the second prompt for the sparrow. All right, my characters have finished generating. Here is the young girl, and over there is the sparrow. I'll go ahead and download one image for each character. With our character references ready, it's time to generate all the images for our scenes. Let's go back to our generated list of scenes in Arena.ai. I'll copy all 20 of them. Next, I'll click on my extensions and open Auto Whisk. Make sure to select English and choose version 7.6. Then paste all the scene prompts you just copied. The tool will automatically detect and separate all 20 scenes, as you can see here. However, if we start generating right now, the characters in the resulting images will lack consistency. To fix this, navigate to the Settings and then the Control tab. Here, we need to upload the character reference images we generated earlier. I'll go ahead and upload the 2 images. A crucial step here is assigning the correct names to these references. The young girl's name is Ilara, so I will enter that into the caption field. The sparrow's name is Pip, so I will input that as well. This ensures the AI recognizes them in the scene prompts. Next, I need to select the aspect ratio. Since this is for a long-form YouTube video, I'll select landscape. If you're creating content for TikTok or Instagram Reels, portrait would be your best bet. For this YouTube video, ensure the 16:9 ratio is selected. Once I click Start, the tool will begin generating all the images and download them automatically to my device. Let's give it a moment to work. It's now generating the first image. The first one is complete, and it automatically creates a designated folder for all the files. Let's take a look. Here is the first scene featuring Ilara and Pip. Here is the second scene, and the third scene showing a close-up of her leg. We'll wait for all the images to finish generating and downloading before moving on to the next step. All right, all 20 scenes have successfully generated, from scene 1 all the way to scene 20. Now let's move on to animating these images. Now that our scene images are ready, it's time to animate them. But before we do, I want to assign specific camera movements to each scene to animate them effectively. I have a list of camera movement transitions prepared. I'll provide this text file in the description or pinned comment for you to use. I'll copy the Cinematic Motion Guide prompt along with the entire list of camera movement options and paste them into Arena.ai. Then I'll hit Enter. The AI has now assigned appropriate camera movements to each of our 20 scenes. We will use these text prompts as direct instructions to animate the visuals. Next, open Grok AI and sign in to your account. I'll go ahead and do that now. The first thing we need to do is go to Settings, then navigate to Behavior. Make sure the toggle for automatic video generation is turned off. Now, before we start animating, there's a helpful tool we need. Go back to the Google Chrome Web Store and search for the Grok Automation extension. This tool will automate the process so we don't have to animate each scene manually. Add it to your browser. Once installed, go back to Grok.ai, click on your extensions, and open Grok Automation. The interface will look like this. This tool allows us to batch process all our scenes at once. Since we are converting images into video, make sure to select the Frame to Video option. Next, we need to upload all 20 of our generated scene images. I'll upload them sequentially, one after the other, starting from scene 1 to ensure they remain in the correct order and don't get mixed up. As you can see, I've successfully uploaded all my scenes, from scene 1 through scene 20. Now, I need to input the animation prompts. I'll return to Arena.ai, copy the list of camera movement prompts we generated, and paste them into the Grok automation interface. The extension will automatically assign each prompt to its corresponding image. Before running the automation, let's verify the settings. Click on the Settings tab. Ensure your default aspect ratio is correctly set to 16:9 for YouTube. Leave the Auto Output Video per prompt set to 1, as we only want one video generated per prompt. Under Auto Download Quality, change it from the default setting to the highest available quality, which is 720p. Confirm the language is set to English and save your settings. Now navigate back to the Control tab, scroll down and click Run. The tool is now working. You can see all the images are being processed and generated into video clips. The first scene is already done and is currently upscaling. Once a video finishes processing, it downloads automatically. I can just sit back and let the automation do the heavy lifting. Scene 2 is also done animating. I'll let it continue running in the background and come back once all 20 scenes are fully animated and downloaded. Then we'll move on to the next stage. All right, the animation process is complete. As you can see, all 20 video clips have been automatically generated and downloaded to my computer, from scene 1 through scene 20. Now it's time to create our voiceover. I'll return to the Arena.ai chat and copy the original story script we generated at the very beginning. This will be the text for our voiceover. Next, open a new tab and go to aistudio.google.com/generate speech. I'll provide the link in the description or pinned comment. You can also use other text-to-speech tools like 11 Labs, but I'll be using this free Google AI tool. I'll select Single Speaker Audio and paste the story text. I also have a style instruction prompt for the voiceover, so I'll copy that from my document and paste it into the designated field. Now we need to select a voice actor. You can preview the available voices to find the perfect fit. I'll select this one. Once selected, click Run to generate the audio. The voiceover is now ready. I simply have to click the download icon to save it to my computer. Finally, we'll use CapCut to stitch the video clips and the voiceover together. I'll open CapCut and create a new project. First, I'll import all the video clips we auto-generated using Grok AI, making sure to select them in order, starting from scene 1. Once imported, I'll drag and drop them onto the timeline. Let's do a quick playback. Next, I'll import the downloaded voiceover and place it on the audio track beneath the video clips. To make the video flow smoothly, I need to add transitions between the clips. I'll browse the Transitions tab, find one I prefer, and drag it between the first 2 clips. To save time, I'll select the transition and click Apply to All, which will automatically add it between every clip on the timeline. As you might notice, the total audio duration is slightly longer than the video clips. To fix this, I can select individual video clips and decrease their speed slightly. This will slow down the video playback and extend the clip duration, allowing the visuals to match up perfectly with the pacing of the voiceover. I have a dedicated video on this channel detailing how to edit in CapCut, so I won't go into extensive detail here. Be sure to check that video out if you need more guidance. I'll complete the remaining editing adjustments behind the scenes and show you the final result next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
In a golden village square, young Ilara sat alone, while other children chased a kite. Laughing and leaping, Ilara gripped the heavy iron brace clamped around her leg. She watched them with wet eyes, stuck on the ground. A sudden flutter broke her gaze. A small brown sparrow tumbled from an oak tree, landing hard in the dust. Its wing dragged uselessly. Ilara slid off the bench. Step, drag, step, clank. She knelt and scooped the trembling creature up. Its heart beat against her palms like a tiny drum. Weeks passed in the quiet attic. By candlelight, Ilara fashioned a tiny splint from a matchstick and yarn. She named him Pip, and together they healed. One afternoon, Pip hopped onto the sunlit sill. He flexed his healed wing, looking at the sky, then back at Ilara. He flapped, but fear grounded him. Ilara stood. She couldn't leap, so she planted her heavy brace firmly on the floorboards. It became her anchor. She pushed off. She began to spin. Slowly at first, then faster, the brace became a pivot point. Her dress flared like a blooming poppy. Eyes closed, arms out, she wasn't broken. She was a gyroscope of joy. Sensing the updraft from her skirt, Pip took a leap of faith. He dove toward her. Ilara opened her eyes to see Pip spiraling around her, catching the wind she created. Strong and sure, he circled higher and higher. Ilara slowed to a breathless stop. Pip swooped down, landing proudly on her shoulder. She walked to the window, her brace clanking with new purpose. Below, the children stopped their games, gazing up at the girl who hadn't learned to run, but had taught herself and her friend how to fly.